Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and today we're going to talk to you about the ways that you can repress nerve symptoms. So when you're managing peripheral neuropathy, you're managing the symptoms of peripheral neuropathy, there are several different ways you can do it. And one of those is to repress the nerves. This is probably the most common way. This is probably the way that most of you are treating it right now if you're just taking medications or whatever. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this and when it should be used and how it should be used. So number one, repression of the nerve symptoms doesn't fix anything, doesn't help anything in the long run. It just helps the symptoms right now. So it's a good treatment. For example, if you're saying, okay, I'm doing all these things to repair the nerves and to improve the functioning of the nerves and so forth, but because I'm having some symptoms in a situation where I'm going on a hike with my kids or I'm going to my grandson's baseball game, you want to be able to go and do that without symptoms. That's when this falls into place. So what are some options? There are really just a couple different ways that you can actually repress nerve symptoms. The most common, the one that's used by a lot of individuals, is medications. Medications will include such things as gabapentin, Neurontin, the pregabalin or Lyrica, the amitriptyline, nortriptyline, Cymbalta. Sometimes people put on narcotic pain medications. Although they're not super effective, they do repress the symptoms a little bit. The studies now show that it's probably your best you're hoping for is 50% improvement of the pain. That's all you're going to do with narcotics. So any of these symptoms, any of these medications are designed just to repress the symptoms, decrease the symptoms, and help you so you can actually function like you're supposed to. Number two, TENS units. TENS units are common. They're a, excuse me, they're a very, very valuable option for repressing symptoms. There are wearable TENS units you can use during your activities. There are TENS units you can do at home. Basically what you're doing is you're increasing electrical signals so high that it overstimulates the nerves or it overpowers the nerves and you lose the symptoms there. It doesn't fix anything, doesn't help anything. Now in saying that, there are specialized TENS units. The one that comes to mind is the Rebuilder that actually is designed not just as a TENS unit to repress, but it also re-educates the nerve in the process. So that's a different situation. But TENS units, typically just the standard TENS unit is going to repress the symptoms and can help you function more in certain situations. Number three is topical treatments. There's multiple topical treatments you can do. There's compounding creams you can make that you can actually use just to rub to the area that has symptoms, and it will decrease the symptoms and that kind of a thing. There is CBD oils, which can be a medication, of course, but they can also be in sticks or other things that you can actually rub into the area and actually help in that way as well. There are essential oils or creams such as BioFreeze or any of the arthritis creams, that, like, same type of thing. You're trying to decrease the symptoms by rubbing these in and helping them treat the pain. Capsaicin cream is a common one where it actually overstimulates the nerves and represses the symptoms in that way. And the fourth option is really a massage. There are certain types of massage, there are certain types of things you can do to stimulate the area and decrease the symptoms as well. So all of these are really good options for repressing the symptoms. They don't fix anything. They repress the symptoms and help you so that you can function. And my recommendation, you use the repression type treatments for the breakthrough pain, those situations where you say, okay, I'm hurting a little bit more today, or I have more symptoms today. You use it for those purposes as opposed to your only treatment to manage your neuropathy. In other words, we want to use some of these other treatments to improve your symptoms and get them better and hopefully treat the symptoms so that in the long term, you're not continuing to have symptoms and you use the repression for only those breakthrough type situations. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson, and this is your Neuropathy Nugget day 376, I believe. Yeah, 376, repressed peripheral neuropathy. It is a valuable option. It is something you should be considering, but it should not be the only thing you're doing. If you'd like additional information, reach out to me at drbrandtgibson.com. There's a book coming out for peripheral neuropathy in the very near future. The idea here is to give you these tools so you can actually go back and look at them and review them and say, okay, how do I get control of my peripheral neuropathy? My goal for you is to help you reach your goals, live your dream, and enjoy an extraordinary life, even with peripheral neuropathy. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.